My son has started to learn chess this year and he is in love with this game. Believe it or not, he can play the chess game on his computer all day long. With his passion, I have decided to make a portable chess set for him to play wherever he wants. At the beginning, I was looking at the standard and size and all sort of things. For example, how different chess pieces have different heights. You know what, I had never played chess before until my son taught me how. So I had no knowledge of anything about this game. Of course, I will also ask him questions as I am developing this set. In the meantime, I start to draw some ideas and think about what material I am going to use. So I choose 3mm thick MDF. The reason for that is MDF is more stable than the normal wood and it is easy to cut. 3mm is the thinnest thickness which I can easily get from many stores. Another benefit is that it is cheap, so I can make more prototypes to test. Alright, back to the concept. Because it is a portable version, I will make it smaller and thinner, which is easier for travel. That is my design focus. With this foldable design, the amount of layers I add on each side is crucial as the thickness will double when I fold it up. However, more layers would mean more possibilities for my design, so I need to choose one of those two. This time, I choose 3 layers on each side and start to draw some sketches. These sketches will help me understand the shapes more. The most difficult parts for me is, I need to figure out how I store the chess pieces and the hinges. So I start to draw the hinge layout on my iPad and cut it out for testing. As you can see, I am messing up a bit. I forgot to count a space for it to close. During the design process, this type of thing is bound to happen. Sometimes you think it will work, but it actually doesn't. Especially if it is a 3D object. I also use a piece of cardboard to test if it functions well. That way, I can cut faster and waste less materials. I can even quickly to use my cutter to craft the basic shape. It doesn't need to be a perfect shape. Just testing out some rough ideas to see whether it actually works. I also make a triangle and a square to pretend those are chess piece areas where I am going to store the pieces. Adding some details here and there. Right, if you want to support this channel or is interested in my design, I have news for you. I have recently opened a Etsy shop for this channel. I will be selling my designs with a digital format which you can laser or 3D print it. Including this design. I will put the link down below. After the basic shape is done, I move to the chess design. My son wants it to be easy to recognize which chess piece is which, so I continue to do some research and sketches until he is happy with all of the designs. Then I start to draw the vector file and organize all the pieces to fit the panel. For the chessboard design, I want to keep the black and white pattern, but somehow a bit unique. I also add a magnet on each side which can help to hold the pieces together. Another problem is that the chess piece slot space is too tight. This makes it hard to pick up the pieces. So I cut it twice to make the gaps bigger, and I also add in extra gaps too. I actually use few weeks to develop this set during my free time. Sometimes I work until late at night. Alright, things are finally happening. All the concepts and testing has been done. So I start the final structure and organize all the components on my computer. I also fill up all the spaces which can help wasting less materials. It is so satisfying when your design comes up on the laser cutter. All the parts are ready. Let's assemble it. One thing I have to mention about the glue, I should have used wood glue rather than super glue. That way, I could have had more time to align a better positions. Also, I would recommend using a rubber hammer or a piece of MDF to reduce damages from the hammer. I rub some wax between the joints to smooth the movement. For the track I also rub some wax on the storage slicer. And then after I put it in the right position, I wiggle it up and down several times. I would say the more you move the joints the more smooth it will become. For a better alignment, I make a frame to guide it. This frame guide is included in the digital file. There are 4 legs at the bottom. I need to make sure it can be close after I've glued on the places. Alright, the last component has finally come together. For the rest of this, I just need to put all the chess pieces inside the storage. Look at the mess I have made during this project. Thanks for watching until the end. Here is the final product.